Something's been missing. You're not sure what, but as you look at your downloads playlist and you wonder, what's really happening at Queen's Park these days? Well, fear not. We're back today with Season 4 of the onpoli podcast. Digital media producer Katie O'Connor leads the podcast team here at TVO, and she's got the goods on what's ahead. I work for you now, too, don't I?
I mean, sometimes. I get to borrow you from the agenda.
The answer you're looking for is yes. Yes, you work for me now, Paikin. Well, let's just sort of remind everybody, last season we did a lot on the federal election because, of course, that was what was timely. That's elections done. Queen's Park is back. So what's up for this year?
We are bringing it home to Ontario.
Hear, hear.
Our first love, Ontario politics. So this season we're going to be bringing listeners one big Ontario politics story a week. There's going to be a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about the pit bull ban, because that's going to be revisited. We're going to be talking about housing in March as part of a big rollout here at TVO. We've got a ton of things on the plate. There's a lot to talk about.
Well, and of course, episode 1 has got to be that which is consuming this province at the moment, doesn't matter where you live.
That's right.
Teachers, Tories, and turmoil.
Teachers, Tories, and turmoil. Yes, we will be tackling the teachers' strike in the first episode, and we're going to be talking about. There's a lot of tactics that go into these things in terms of how do you win public opinion, which is really ultimately what is going to determine who's going to come out on top, so to speak, in this kind of negotiations. And so we're going to look at two sides of this, two strategists who have both worked on either side of the divide when it comes to these negotiations, to talk about some of these tactics that are being used to try and win over the hearts and minds of the public. And there's some interesting stuff that came out. And one of the interesting things that has struck me in particular with these negotiations is the digital strategy that's happening right now, which you really see with...
Very new.
Very new, and you're really seeing the teachers in particular taking this and running with it. You know, there's been some teachers that are doing myth-busting videos. You've got ETFO and the OSSTF, the Elementary and Secondary School Teachers Unions, spending a ton of cash for Facebook ads. So there's a lot to talk about.
And the minister too, Stephen Lecce, is out there with his own piece to camera from time to time.
And the minister too, and he is out there with these very short kind of lines that he's saying to get his message across. So we talk about all of that in the podcast.
As you say, battle for the hearts and minds.
Exactly.
Let's just, because I know this is Season 4 of the onpoli podcast, but that doesn't mean that everybody watching this right now will have seen or heard all of Seasons 1, 2, or 3. So we should let everybody know where they can find these things.
Exactly. So you can find these things. If you want to listen, we have got, you can go to tvo.org/program/onpoli. And then you can actually find our old seasons there as well. And then if you want to subscribe, you can subscribe via Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, or your favorite podcast app.
That's the shot I wanted. Thank you, Sheldon. Now, I recognize you, and I recognize me. Who's that other guy looking over my shoulder there?
That would be John Michael McGrath, your co-host.
I knew he looked familiar. I knew he did. Now, is he out of high school yet? I'm trying to remember.
He is out of high school,
But he is a bit on the young side, is he not?
I mean, yes, I would say so. I mean, you would say so. I don't know if he would agree with that.
Well, we sort of bring him along to youthify up the thing. Isn't that how it works?
Sure, yeah.
Because I'm going for the old geezer audience, and he's the guy who's going to bring in the utes.
Or the fact that both of you have a very, very in-depth knowledge of what goes on at Queen's Park.
That was so lovely. You just said that brilliantly. That's Katie O'Connor, yet another person in this building that I work for, and she is the series producer of the onpoli podcast, which drops Season 4, Episode 1, tonight.
Tonight.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you.
The Agenda with Steve Paikin is brought to you by the Chartered Professional Accountants of Ontario. CPA Ontario is a regulator, an educator, a thought leader, and an advocate. We protect the public. We advance our profession. We guide our CPAs. We are CPA Ontario. And by viewers like you. Thank you.